So I'm back in the game now. I restarted the stream. Let's see if that helps. Alright, so I didn't really see what he did. He did a bunch of things that turn. He did proc a secret. So I'm not really sure what happened, honestly. I was looking at the stream stuff. Alright, so I gotta figure out what's going on here. We have our... He silenced our Sunwalker, so that was a nice play. We have Snipe we could play. We have Misdirection we could play. We actually play both of them. I think we'll get, let's see, 2, 4. We could play the Corehound or the Archmage. I think the Archmage and... Let's see. I think we need to get two things down here, so we're gonna go...
I don't have enough mana.
Oh, I looked at my mana wrong there. Well, that's alright. We'll just do... let's see, we need to do some clear here. Let's take and... let's clear the top minion with our hero so we're not taking damage there. And then... Rather kill the Imp Master to get the tokens off the field. I don't want to trade there. So I think the best play is to kill the Imp Master. Yeah. Are you back up? Alright, it's back up, guys. Alright. Use our hero power real quick. And we'll end our turn. So, while you guys were out, he did trigger my traps. I still have my Eagle Horn bow. I played 2 more traps. And he did silence my Sunwalker, which was interesting. He opted to trade there. So, we propped a secret. This must be Misdirection. So... Instead, his little 1/1 minion is going to hit him. That's fine. Not terrible. So, yeah. So, that's how it went. So, not the best use of Snipe to kill his 1/1 minion, but at least it triggered our secret and we get our Longhorn bow back again. He's probably... Yeah, I think that was a good play by him. You know, the Fairy Dragon would be interesting. If he had played the Fairy Dragon first, I wonder if my Snipe would have hit it. I think the answer is yes, but I'm honestly not sure, because I'm not sure if the Fairy Dragon's ability, which is it can't be targeted by heroes, by spells or hero powers, would have negated the triggering of the trap. I don't know how that would have worked. It would have been interesting. Alright, so... Yeah, we're pretty decent shape here. We have our Longhorn bow clicking along. I think we get some board presence now. You know, dropping the Questing Adventurer and the Corehound would be good. So, I think that is what we'll do.
Give me a quest.
He's probably going to go after the Corehound, or after the Questing Adventurer, because he'll want to clear it. So let's think about what we want to do here. I'd like to knock that healing totem out. Unfortunately, we can't. It's got 4 health. What's buffing it? Why does it have extra health? Totemic Might. Oh, he must have played Totemic Might. Okay, so we can't affect that. So the best thing we can do here is probably clear his Searing Totem with our attack. And then 2 points to the face. Although we're 5 ahead... I can't kill the fairy with hero power. It only does damage to the enemy hero. So... I'm kind of tempted to just hit him. 3, 4... If he's only at 5 damage, we have 12. So he'll take us to 16 at the most. Yeah, I think we'll just attack him. I'd rather conserve my health, continue the race. If he doesn't deal with us next turn, which I think he will. It's okay if he kills the Questing Adventurer, honestly. Wow, that was a good play by him. That was a really good play by him. So he's cleared our board. That was good. We'll have the Archmage down next turn. That Fire Elemental is going to be tough to deal with. Yeah, we could have traded minions there. You know, it's hard to say what the better move would have been. Didn't expect him to have such a big minion come on the field. So, another Eagle Horn bow. Not the card we wanted to see, honestly. 6, 7. He has 10 points of damage on the field. We'll probably live one more turn. We can do 2, 5 to him. We're definitely going to play our Archmage. So let's see. We can't really clear... We probably need to clear some minions. We can't really deal with his Fire Elemental yet. I do kind of feel like it is a DPS race. I kind of want to just punch him in the face as much as I can. 6, 7, 10. We're going to do 4. Let's see, we'll do 3 this turn. 7 next turn is 10. We can negate 3 now if we kill the Fairy Dragon. Or we can negate 1 and only take 1. You know, I think it really is a DPS race. Yeah, we do need a multi-shot. I think we're just unfortunately going to have to rely on luck. And hope that we get either a really good secret, like explosive trap, or we get a multi-shot at this point. And again, I think, you know, we kind of thought this might be the way this deck goes, where we get early aggression through secrets and maybe weapons, but we don't get, well, he just Wind Furied his guy, so that's GG. Well, relying on luck is a valid strategy when it is your only strategy. You know, even if we traded there, he would have won the game, obviously, with the Wind Fury, so... I don't know we could have done anything too different there, honestly. You know, maybe, I think probably the lesson there is go ahead and keep the direct damage early on so that we can clear more of his minions if we need to early. But yeah, I think that's kind of the way this deck is going to play, frankly. Sorry, give me 1 second. Trying to get my Chromecast back up so I can see the stream, if it's actually working or not. Sorry guys, give me 1 second. The Chromecast might have been actually what was lagging us, but I don't think it was. By the way, for those who have not yet, gotten a Streamcast, or a Chromecast, Streamcast, it is awesome. I love my Chromecast, so yeah. Yeah, I think it was a good game no matter what happened. Again, you know, the way this deck is going to work, we kind of have to get lucky with our secret order. It actually worked out pretty well at the Eagle Horn Bow there. That we got to use the Eagle Horn Bow as much as we did. But, you know, it's kind of the weakness of this deck, frankly. So we'll just have to play it. Honestly, this is the kind of deck I could see us, you know, rattling off 6 wins if we have good luck and good draw, and, you know, going 0-3 if we don't, simply because it's I think it's a little bit of a volatile deck, and that's probably not what you want for Arena, but, you know, it's all for fun. So yeah, about 50 people in the stream. That's great, guys. I appreciate the support. Let your friends know about the stream, get them in here if you can, and yeah, we'll go from there. I have linked all of the relevant information in my Twitch channel, so you can follow me at YouTube, Twitter. Hearthstone.com is our website. I've also linked the Hearthstone 101 guide that I have created. I am going to try to update the guide some this week, if I can keep myself from streaming. So Shield Bearer, that would have been nice to have last game. It's going to be good to have this game. I think we'll drop the Core Hound, way too expensive for a turn 1 hand, so we'll drop the Core Hound. And we pick up Gnomish Inventor. It's a solid mid-game card, gives us some draw power. So this is not a bad start for us. We'll get Shield Bearer out. We can always Hunter's Mark if he gets something, you know, crazy. Like, I don't know what. It's a mage, so she doesn't have things too crazy. Let's see. 1 mana, Shield Bearer. It's definitely the play. I appreciated Uragath. Thanks for staying up till 4 a.m. I think I have a couple. Seems like I have a decent European following, so I appreciate that. I think card games in general are pretty popular in Europe, so she just hero powered on turn 2, so that's kind of interesting. Makes me think she doesn't have too many low-cost minions. We could get Misdirection into play. I don't really think that's a good play yet. I'd rather save it for the end of the game, or mid-game rather than end of the game, because then it's useless. For 0, if we could coin into the Eagle Horn Bow. You know, coining into the Eagle Horn Bow might not be a bad idea. It'll let us get 6 early damage in on her. I kind of like that. So let's go ahead and do that. Bruiser, I appreciate it. Hopefully you can learn a lot by watching the stream. If you have not done so already, definitely read the Hearthstone 101 guide I put together. I think it lays the game out pretty well. If you're familiar with card game concepts, even if you're not, I think it's not too hard to learn the game. You can also obviously watch the stream and hopefully pick up a lot from that. If you have any questions, feel free to type them in chat. I'll try to answer the questions that I can, particularly between games when I don't get distracted as much from playing the game. But there's lots of knowledgeable people in the stream. I think Bronius might still be in here. He's a fellow Cockatrice player back in the day. And by back in the day, I mean, you know, a week ago. So, let's see here. She still has no board presence at all. We could really put a hurt on with Arcane Shot and our Steady Shot and our Hero Attack. I don't really want to do that. I think I learned my lesson by not using Arcane Shot early last turn. So I think the play here really is just Hero Power and for 3. We're going to use our weapon durability up, but that's okay. We got 6 damage out of it. We will play... Hopefully we'll get the second one, so... Back in the day a week ago. It really was. Feels like forever ago. So those who don't know, if you're really diehard about this game, definitely check out Cockatrice. It is an emulator, so you will have to understand the game because you have to do everything manually. The game does not simulate it for you. But if you go to goodbobbycalamari.com, you can download the Cockatrice emulator, and it's definitely a way to get experience with the game before you actually play it. So let's see. We don't have a ton of options here. We do have a ton of options, but what I meant to say is we could play Misdirection and Steady Shot. I'm a little leery about Misdirection. I don't know that a mage really has a bunch of charge minions, which is what would be the concern at this point in the game. So I do think the play here is the Gnomish Inventor. We'll get him out. We'll get to draw a card. Now we have 2 multi-shots, so we have great board clear, Arcane Shot for solo damage, Hunter's Mark if we really get in trouble. We're going to drop our Misdirection next turn. So yeah, this is looking pretty good for us so far, I have to say. Yeah, I think the multi-shots are awesome. I'm definitely sold on them for sure. So that's what she was doing. She was holding all her cards to play her Mountain Giant early. Not a bad play.
What you want?
You know, it's kind of funny. We can probably... See, we can multi-shot. We can't double multi-shot yet. But we could... See, 2 damage... 4 multi-shot. Oh, well, she's Hunter's Mark. Yeah. Hunter's Mark, yep. Yep, yeah, why even... yeah, Hunter's Mark into Arcane Shot, I think is good. I don't mind, actually, Hunter's Mark and run the Gnomish Inventor into him, frankly. Arcane Shot, we're wasting a point of damage there. But, yeah, I don't really want to misdirect because he could hit us. So let's see, we have 5 mana. So Hunter's Mark and Arcane Shot takes him out. We can trade with the Taunt minion and keep board present, so let's go ahead and do that. So we take him out with Hunter's Mark. Oh, that's true. We could have marked. Well, you know what? I don't mind. I don't mind saving the multi-shot because we still get board presence here, and then we still have it. So we have 4 more mana to play. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and play. I'm going to play the Snapjaw. We could do Misdirection and Hero Ability, but I kind of like the Snapjaw for more board presence. With a 0/4 Taunt minion out there, unless she fireballs the Taunt minion, which is a great trade for us, we'll be able to do pretty well. So, yeah, St. John's a solid minion. Hoping she plays another low cost minion. Yes, so that's good. So now we can multi-shot. And we will, let's see, so, we could silence St. John. That's another play. So, let's think about this. I think I'd kind of rather save that silence. We can Gnomish Inventor off the Tide Caller. We can then multi-shot, which will knock Sinjin down to 2, and then we can Oasis Snapjaw into him. So I think that's the best play here.
Hey, give me a minute.
Oh wait, we can't do that because of taunt. So that doesn't work. So we could multi-shot and hope we get lucky. Oh wait, it's 3 damage. So let's see. If we get lucky and hit Sinjin, then yeah, let's try that. Hopefully, of course we didn't hit Sinjin. So not terrible. We still clear 2 minions. So I'm not too concerned about Sinjin. He can't kill. I mean, he can kill this guy, but he's gonna drop 2. I think the best thing here is to go just steady shot. So I think we'll just steady shot. We'll hold off on attacking. If he wants to clear next turn here, well, he can't because of taunt. So I think we just end our turn. Yeah, I am back to streaming. I did mention, Jasty, that I am probably only going to do 1 arena run tonight. I want to cut up a bunch of video. For those who haven't looked at it yet, definitely check out my YouTube channel. I can't remember how many videos, but I think there's 36 videos up there. I'm gonna cut up another 10 or 11 tonight. I still have another 8 hours of stream after that to cut up. I think I actually accidentally deleted maybe 5 hours of stream. So there's a big gap in my stream, unfortunately, but that's the way it goes. All right, so Amani Berserker. So let's see here. So we do need to clear Sinjin. I think Spellbreaker is the play here. We got to start doing more direct damage. He'll clear our Shield Bearer next turn, but I'm not too concerned about that. Let's see. So we can go Shield Breaker and Amani Berserker. Or we can go Shield Breaker and Misdirection. I think Shield Breaker Misdirection might be good, just because he's probably gonna... He might try to attack me next turn. I keep saying Shield Breaker. I mean Spellbreaker, because we're breaking the shield with the spell. That's kind of the way I think about it. Yeah, Berserker or Misdirection.
Quickly.
Alright, we're gonna definitely attack. And then I think... I'd rather get Berserker down for now.
It's time for a little blood.
Get more board presence going. The only reason I hesitate about Amani Berserker is she could cast Blizzard or Hellfire. Is it Hellfire? No, Hellfire is the Warlock spell. Flame Strike is the mage spell. So she casts Mind Control Tech. She's going to get one of our minions. Not too bad. So it's kind of funny if I drop Misdirection there. Let's see, how does the Mind Control Tech at the end of your turn? Oh, 4 or more minions. So why didn't... I'm curious why 4 or more minions. Did she take control of one? Oh, no Mission Inventor. Never mind. I'm just blind. For some reason, I forgot that we had no Mission Inventor. Alright, so... Not the best. We do have multi-shot still out there. So I think the next turn, since we're up 29 to 16 in health, is to really get... is that we really get some board clear at this point. It's going to trade. That's a good trade for him. He's going to keep making good trades. But this isn't terrible because he's getting all his minions low enough that Misdirection or multi-shot's going to kill them. So, alright, so we have 8 mana here. We can't play the Core Hound yet. Multi-shot, Misdirection, Novice Engineer, I think is definitely the way to go. Let's go ahead and play the Engineer in case we get a card that we like instead. Sea Giant. Ooh, Sea Giant is nice. We can cast it for 2 mana. We are definitely going to do that. Sea Giant and multi-shot has to be the way to go. Let's see if there's anything we want to do here. We could trade with the Snapjaw. Yeah, that's a good play. Yeah, I like that play. That way we take him out, we stay alive. We cast our Sea Giant. Oh yeah, we can't multi-shot because of Sea Giant. That's fine. I don't know why I was thinking my mana backwards. And then we'll play Misdirection.
Job's done.
Alright, so Misdirection. And end our turn. Oh yeah, I could have. If I played the Novice Engineer first, it would have dropped Sea Giant to 1. True. And then we could use Hero Power. So that would have been the better way to go. My eyes got real big when I saw the Giant come out and how cheap he was. Oh, he just got polymorphed. Not too great. So he's probably going to... He might attack into us this turn. If he does, he'll trigger Misdirection. Well, she won't trigger it with her ability power. So... She will trigger it. Now she'll trigger it with the Gnomish Inventor. Hopefully, it changes it to the Sinjin would be awesome. Let's see. It is... or Snapjaw. So, rather it have been the Sinjin, would have been the best thing for us there, but, you know. So we lost 2 damage by not summoning the Sea Giant in the right order, but it's kind of funny that, well, that Shield Bearer, because he was silenced, I guess, a while ago, probably by the Ironbeak Owl. Yeah, so... Let's see. Multi-shot... So we have a few options here. I think we definitely want to do some trades. Let's see. Sheep for either one of the 3/1s is a good trade. Novice Engineer for the 3/1s is a good trade. Multi-shot freezing is also good. Multi-shot freezing into hero ability. I also kind of like... freezing into Corehound, but... I think multi-shot freezing into hero ability with trades is probably the way to go. So let's think about this. We're gonna do 3 damage to random enemies. Those 2 guys are definitely gonna die. It doesn't matter because anything that we trade with is gonna kill any of our minions. So the play really doesn't matter here. We'll just, as long as I don't screw up who I'm attacking. So
If you're sure.
let's do this. This. Little multi-shot. Clear the board. Drop freezing trap. Hero power. And we'll move on. Yeah, it really doesn't. Yeah, definitely kill 2, then trap, because if that had gone a little different, there was a small chance that we would have traded badly. Now, notice the mage has a secret. Mage secrets tend to be when minions attack. I'm trying to think if there's one that's not. I doubt it's Ice Block, because that's such a... Oh, she got 2 secrets now. So my guess is 2 Ice Barriers. If she has 2 Ice Barriers, or Mirror Entity. If she has Mirror Entity, we need to pop those traps before we attack with our Corehound. And that's going to be a problem because we have no other minion. She could Mirror Entity our Corehound. See, we have Arcane Shot at this point. We don't want to deal 2 damage to the Raging Worgen because he's just going to enrage. We don't want to deal 2... We could deal 2 damage to the Elemental, but I don't think that's the way to go. We have... let's see. Yeah, I think Corehounds... We got to get the Corehound on the field just to make him think about it. Okay, so she did Secret. It is Mirror Entity. So, unfortunately, it was Mirror Entity. I probably should have done something different there, but I don't know that we could wait to get the Corehound down. So that's rough. That is rough. Arcane Shot. I think we'll save. Well, that basically is probably game. Well, we still have Misdirection, so we'll be saved from at least 1. Let's think through this. She'll probably attack with the Worgen first. I'm going to Arcane Shot the Corehound. Hopefully Misdirection will target her Corehound. And then her Corehound will die. I think that is our best hope. Even though, again, we're kind of relying on luck. It's not Misdirection. What is it? Oh, Freezing Trap. Never mind. I'm an idiot. Okay, well, that's fine, too. Hopefully she'll get greedy and attack with the Corehound. Nice. So it actually worked out decently well. Even though, obviously, we don't like her having a Corehound, she now will have to recast it for, what, 9 mana? So, not terrible. And now... Oh, shit. Now, the problem here... She could have Vaporize as her trap. Well, okay, she doesn't have Vaporize, because if she had Vaporize as her trap, she probably would have saved it for when the Corehound attacked. So... So this is not looking too good. Well, Animal Companion is definitely helpful. Let's see what we get.
To my side.
Oh, nice. We got a taunt minion. Misha, that's pretty good. There's not really much else for us to do here except use our hero power.
Job's done.
Unfortunately, we are top decking, so, and I'm pretty sure at this point, we've casted a spell, so it's not counter spell. It could be Vaporize, it could be Ice Barrier, or it could be Ice Block.
Your magic shall not save you.
Again, Ice Block is so situational. I don't think it'll be it. So she silenced her taunt minion. Top decking means we have no cards left, so we have no choice but to take the card on the top of our deck. So we are top decking. Alright, so again, this is going to be, let's see, 3. She can do 7, 6 damage that way. The only way, no, we can't stay alive because she'll do 6 damage and hero power will be the end of the game. The best we can do is clear 1 minion, clear 4 damage, but she's still going to have 7 on the board. So, unfortunately, let's see, there's really nothing we can do. We can put 6 points of damage into her, which I'm going to do just in case she ends up, well, now we'll see her Ice Barrier probably. Yep, it's Ice Barrier. I kind of suspected it was, so... So really the only way that we don't proc that is just to keep steady shotting her. But again, we're going to lose next turn either way, so... Yeah, she does have lots of silence. Yeah, probably... You know, I think one thing I could definitely do better in this game is be a little more careful about dealing with traps. Part of that is you really have to know the enemy traps. If I thought about Mirror Entity a little bit more, I probably would have waited till we got a cheapo minion, or at least not a big a minion as a core hound, and casted that minion first before she to trigger her Mirror Entity. Alright, so we're 0-2 with this deck. You know, I think part of it is the deck that was put together. I think it's a little secret spell heavy, which I think in Arena really is... it seems like minion decks tend to rule the day. So we talk a little bit about these cards. Stranglethorn Tiger is a 5 health, a 5 attack bomb and stealth that will go off eventually. Mogashun Warden, probably 4th or 5th best taunt minion in the game. Loot Hoarder is a solid card. Crazed Alchemist, you could get some really interesting combos with. Jassy Fish. So what you're talking about is Nor's Dormu. Nose Dormo, yeah. Which I'm gonna have to, let's see if he's actually even in the game. God, I hope nobody ever gets that guy. If you want to see me guys thoroughly stress out and not talk on the stream at all, let somebody get Nose Dormu. Here, let's just look him up. Yeah, I don't think he's, I don't know that he's in the game. Yeah, there was some talk that he might be taken out of the game at some point, because I think his whole mechanic is a little broken. But for those who don't know, his ability is that each player, I think... Rekful played him? Okay, well maybe I'm typing him wrong. Oh, you know, was I just searching all my cards? Oh, you're right, I was. That's probably what it was. Alright, there he is. Yeah, so, just look at those... I sound sick. I appreciate that. My voice is actually, I think, shot from this weekend from all the streaming and casting, so I appreciate the sympathy. So Nose Dormu, you can see what he does. You can imagine how much that could suck. 15 seconds to take your turn. It's like speed play, so craft it and play it. The only problem with crafting and playing it is that I think it would hurt me more than it would hurt most of my opponents. I tend to be pretty methodical and try to talk through things, and plus, yeah, with the stream and whatnot, I don't know that 15 seconds is the way to go. And I don't always play. I don't play nothing but Arena. I'm mostly playing Arena now just because I think it's the best format for the stream for you guys to see. So, all right. Head into our third game. We're 0-2 with this deck, so hopefully we can do a little bit better. We'll see who our next opponent is. You know, maybe we'll try to put a constructed deck together tonight. I don't think I have time for a second arena, even if this one ends now. But we can talk a little bit about the constructed deck if you guys, I'm thinking about if you guys want to do that, or we might just call it a night, so. Ancient Brewmaster is probably not something you want in your initial hand. He's better late game when you have big minions to bounce. I like everything else here, so let's keep the multi-shot. Multi-shot's just too versatile. Traded for a 6-drop. That's not what we wanted to see. Hopefully we'll get another low. Well, so we're going to have very little board presence early. Well, actually, I think the more accurate thing to say is, with this deck, we're probably not going to have board presence early. Unfortunately, we also don't have removal early, which is, yeah. Benefits of playing Arena. You always get a pack at the end. If you do well in Arena, you can earn enough gold to actually get enough gold to play in the arena a second time. So you can infinitely play in the arena as long as you're good at it, is the way it works. But arena does cost $2 in real money or 150 gold. You can earn gold by playing in ranked matches or anything else, so you have to have some luck. That is true. You can have not so good cards. So this is kind of interesting. So we have some plays here. I think the best play is to Arcane Shot our Berserker. We'll enrage him to a 5/3, and then we can hit the Warlock for 5. At that point, or 5/2, at that point he'll have to deal with us, in which case he'll probably, hopefully he won't proc the Juggler into us and then kill us with the Wisp. But I think 2 damage. We could also take out the Juggler, and then we can hit the Wisp to enrage. You know, I think that's better. I think that's a better play. So let's take out the Juggler. And then let's hit the Wisp to enrage. So now he's a 5/2. I think that's definitely the better play. I just like the idea of Arcane Shotting the Berserker because it felt like a cool play. We could get Snipe down. He's got 3 mana. We'll definitely kill whatever he drops as a 3 mana drop. Yeah, I think we'll play Snipe. I think one thing we're learning with this deck is we need to maintain early board control if at all possible. I would have probably considered saving Snipe and using Steady Shot instead. But I think Snipe is the better play. And now we're going to start getting into where we can drop some minions. Yeah, he's definitely going to... I figured he would kill the Berserker. But look, look at the card he used to kill the Berserker. Shadow Bolt. So, you know, we'll take that. So there's not really... not too much of a big difference in what we would do here. I think getting the Ogre Magi down is the best play because then we can multi-shot for more. We could get Questing Adventurer down and start building him, but I feel actually better about the Ogre Magi. There's a good chance that the Ogre... Well, you know, thinking about that, maybe Questing Adventurer was the better way to go. I was going to say there's a good chance that Ogre Magi will survive simply because we have Snipe out and we have multi-shot, which means Questing Adventurer probably would have survived. But, you know, it's, you know, 6 in one hand, half dozen the other, so this is pretty good for us. We're going to snipe Sinjin, which will take him down to 1 health. Oh, wait, 5 damage. Well, you know what? I forgot. Okay, so that answers our question. So, the spell power does buff the damage on Snipe, so that worked out perfect. I would like to say that I thought of that, but you guys obviously heard me talking and I didn't. But let's just assume that we'll edit that to say that, hey, if we play the Ogre Magi, our Snipe will hit for 5. So at this point, there's really no play based on the mana that we have except to drop Questing Adventurer and Steady Shot. So we'll do that.
Give me a quest.
And then we'll attack with our Magi. I do think it was a genius play. I am a genius. Bathe in my geniusness. Guys, definitely tell your friends about the stream. Anybody who's interested in Hearthstone, I would love to get more folks watching on a regular basis. Honestly, I think 50 viewers for the fourth night of streaming when I didn't come online until 9:30 on Eastern time, I think is very cool, and I really appreciate you guys. The support is great. 4 damage, discard a card. Yeah, so he removed. That's not too bad. I was kind of hoping he would play another low-cost minion so we can multi-shot. Doesn't look like he's going to do that. So he can hit us for 5 next turn. Our Questing Adventurer is going to go up to a 3/3. My guess is he'll take the Questing Adventurer out just because he's not going to want to get that big. I'm tempted to go Eagle Horn Longbow into Steady Shot because then I can hit him for 5. And that way he'll a Questing Adventurer will still go up, so I think that's the better play here. So we'll Steady Shot. Actually, you know what? I can't hit him for 5. I just remembered. I can't hit him for 5 because of the taunt minion. This still counts as an attack, but that's fine. We get our weapon up, and now we have it for when we need it. We could trade, but we'll have to trade with our hero, which means we're taking 5 damage. So yeah, I think we just end our turn. Yeah, I think we end our turn. The Questing Adventurer is gonna, again, have kind of a soft taunt. I think his well played there was sarcastic because he probably realized that I was thinking I could attack him. So he's coining up this turn. This could be in Cult Master. So, alright. So this is not too... We're still not terrible. What I'd like to do is kill the Cult Master before the 2 taunt minions. We obviously can't do that. We have 7 mana. I think the play here is Novice Engineer. So if we Novice Engineer, we get a card. We'll probably multi-shot after that, and then hopefully we'll kill the Cult Master and the Booty Bay Bodyguard, and then we can trade with the Grizzly. Perhaps. We'll see. Let's see how this goes. So let's Novice Engineer up. Get a card. Misdirection. So Misdirection wouldn't be too bad here, but we can't cast it and multi-shot. So... yeah, I could attack the bear and multi-shot. Then he's guaranteed to get 1 card. If I multi-shot first, he's either going to get 0 or 2. So... yeah, I think that is the play. So, you know, it's kind of interesting there. The choice was kind of roll the dice, and he'll either get 0 cards or 2 cards, and we could take anywhere from 1 damage to 5 damage, or we could take the steady play, which is take 3 damage, he gets 1 card. Probably most of the time you're going to want to go for the consistent known outcome versus the possible random outcome, unless you're behind, in which case you may not have a choice. So thanks for the compliment, Papa Smurf. Great, I'm glad you subscribed and followed. You also, if you want to get notification on Twitter, I do send out notification on Twitter whenever I go live. So you can check out my Twitter, which is Darhoth as well. Alright, so let's see what we got here. We still have a multi-shot. We can't do it because he only got 1 minion out. Archmage wouldn't be bad. Archmage and Misdirection, perhaps. Just to get Misdirection down, although Misdirection is probably just gonna be this taunt minion next turn. He's probably not gonna trade. So I think it's just Archmage and Hero Power, I think is what I want to do here.
Are you ready for this?
Be great if Archmage buffed my my Steady Shot, right? But alas, he doesn't. Yeah, it's definitely the play. You know, next turn, hopefully he's gonna drop a minion, and we can multi-shot, which will deal 4 damage and definitely kill his Void Terror. I think that's what that is. Yeah, Void Walker. And probably the other minion too, although at 8 mana he could summon something pretty big. The guy that we're playing is probably he's going to be 0-2 like us. So I was going to say he could have a Lord Jaraxxus next turn, but someone who's probably 0-2 probably doesn't have Alright, so he's probably going to... let's see, deal 2 damage. So interesting what he's doing here. He's gonna... Alright. So... this is... This is interesting. So, let's think about this. So I could clear the taunt minion with my hero and just take 1 damage. We can Spellbreaker, which will drop his health down to a 6/6. So we Spellbreak him, but he's going to be a 6/6. Our multi-shot does 4 points of damage. Won't kill him, but it will drop him down to a 2, and we could trade.
Your soul shall suffer.
Yeah, I think...
Your soul shall suffer.
I think I am going to silence him. I just want to reduce the threat a little bit. I could have silenced a taunt minion as well, but that's kind of silly. If I kill the Voidwalker, actually there's a better chance he's going to hit one of my minions. So, alright, I got to do something here. If we multi-shot... Alright, you know, I'm going to trade here. Gonna do 4 points of damage. We're gonna get misdirection down, and we're gonna hero power. So I think that was probably the best way to play that. We still have misdirection down. There's a 2/3 chance it's gonna hit one of our minions and kill it. However, there's a 1/3 chance he will hit the Warlock, which is pretty cool. So we'll see. So he's life tapping. That means he probably doesn't have too great a hand. I don't think there's a big buff card left that he could use. I'll admit I don't remember how much buff they really have as warlocks. All right, so he's deciding not to attack me. He's probably worried about that trap, honestly. So we can kill him next turn with multi-shot. Alright, so we have a Brewmaster. Let's see. Interesting. So we could actually bounce the Spellbreaker to let us have another silence. And then that might be helpful later in the game. We can also recast him for 4 more damage after we attack.
Your soul shall suffer.
So we're definitely going to multi-shot. I think we attack, or we just trade. Kind of tempted just to trade here, and then drop the Brewmaster. We'll waste the Brewmaster. But, yeah.
Die, mage.
Yeah, we're going to waste the Brewmaster's ability, but I don't mind that so much, because, we still have misdirection to save us from 1 attack. We now have the board clear with the biggest minion on the field. And we have steady shot to wear him down for 2 points of damage every turn. So, again, I think that's the more consistent play. We could have gone into a DPS race, but why go into a DPS race when we have 15 more health than he does? So, yeah, he's going to have to figure out something. He's life tapping, so he must be desperate because... You know, at 7 health, you're probably not life tapping most of the time. So, yeah. So, guys, again, for those of you new to the stream, my name is Darahoth. You can follow me at the links below in my Twitch profile. If you have any questions about the game or comments on the strategy, feel free to post in chat. I will... there's a Tauren Warrior as well. I will try to answer the questions best I can. All right. So he's got an Alarma bot. Unfortunately, there's really nothing we can do about it, so he might pull some big minion in next turn. We can't kill him this turn. We can definitely steady shot, get him down to 3. I think we drop the Core Hound just to get as big a presence as possible. I would be tempted to drop the Inventor, but we can't do that and steady shot, so I think Core Hound is the play here. We'll steady shot again for 2 more, and then we'll end our turn. This is Arena. So he dropped, let's see, what did he drop? He Silver Moon Guardian, 3/3 for 4 with a Divine Shield. So he'll be able to hit the Core Hound for 3, which will take him to 2 health. He'll probably do 2 points of direct damage from somewhere, and take him off. Does he really have 2 alarm robots? Wow. So that, well, doesn't matter though. If he doesn't clear the Cold Hound, well, he's gonna die now no matter what. Because unless he kills me this turn, I'll steady shot and he dies. So, GG. The Lumber Bot return to hand? Oh, you're right, it does. Okay, that's true. Yep. GG. Yeah, I forgot about Alarm Bot. I've never played him, or even, actually, I don't think I've had an Alarm Bot in our deck. Maybe once. So that makes sense. So victory, yay, we got to win with this deck. I don't feel quite so bad. Hopefully we can pull a second win out, because that's the daily quest, and I would like to complete the daily quest. So let's click to continue. We leveled up our Hunter. When you level up, you get more basic cards. Eventually, you get all the basic cards, I believe, at level 10. I think at level 20, you get a golden card. That's what someone told me. So we're 1 of 2 in our daily quest. Per the rules of our stream, or at least the tradition of our stream, we're going to open a pack between every game. So let's open a pack. By the way, guys, if well, we have an epic. Let's open the pack, then I'll talk about what I was going to say. So Savagery is a pretty solid card for a Druid deck. It's definitely good. It's good board clear. Force of Nature. This is I'd say a core card for most Druid decks. It gives them basically 6 charge damage. So those are really good. Wrath is good for Druids as well. 2 Cone of Colds. Cone of Colds is a card that I kind of like and then kind of not. Our 3-day-old tradition. Yeah, our 3-day-old tradition, and, you know, back in the day, a week ago. So take it for what it's worth. If you guys, if any of you are really into opening packs, which actually seem to drive a lot of our traffic on Saturday into the stream, if you want to donate, it's darhoftwitch@yahoo.com. 100% of the money that is donated will go into opening packs. If you donate money, I will open them during the same streaming session. And in fact, if you are the person who donated and you have to go or something, if you say so in chat, I will make sure I open them either before you leave, or we'll open them another time that you're in. Again, don't feel, I did change the email. Don't feel that you have to donate. I'm not doing it, just some people have asked, and so that's what we're gonna do. Again, I don't expect any donations. The guys who do donate are awesome. Even the ones who don't donate are also awesome. So there is that possibility. All right, let's get into the arena, because we need to move on. So this is the 4th game in our arena series. We're 1 and 2 with this Hunter deck. So let's go. So you'll see that it's finding an opponent. The way arena works is it will try to match us with somebody else who has a 1 and 2 record, and yeah, that's what it's looking for right now. I should give Cannibal a shout out. You're absolutely right. He donated, I want to say $100. I believe it was 2 $50 shots, and we opened 80 packs on the stream on Saturday. I think it was Saturday. I think in total I've gotten donations of about $170 so far, and I have probably spent about $130, $150 of my own money. Which I absolutely don't mind, because I'm loving the game, and I'll get all that back in packs after the beta, so it's not like it's wasted. Although it's probably a lot more than I would have spent otherwise. Alright, so we're playing a rogue this time. This is a pretty rough early draw. Gnomish Inventor isn't bad, but I'm going to drop the Sunwalker and the Core Hound. They're way too strong. I'm going to drop the Gnomish Inventor as well, actually. We really need some of our early control spells. Newbie Gamer in the UK. I think I don't have any reason to say this other than just pure conjecture, but I suspect that they will either start the beta at Gamescom, which I believe starts next Tuesday in Cologne, Germany, or at Gamescom they will at least announce when the beta is going to start or their plans for it for Europe. Again, Blizzard hasn't said anything along those lines, but to me that just makes sense. I think they're going to want to announce something at Cologne. I will say the only person from the Hearthstone team actually going to Cologne is like their senior art director. So they're not putting a lot of presence there. Could mean one of two things. It could mean they're not going to make an announcement. It could also mean that maybe they're all staying back because they're working on expanding the beta. So you never go. They left a clue matter of days, not weeks, for Europe. I hadn't heard that. Okay. That could be cool. Oh, it's this week is Gamescom? Nice. Alright, so let's get back to the game. I'm actually going to coin into Animal Companion. That's going to give us some good early board control. So let's do that. Nice. We got Huffer, who's a 4-2 with charge. So we're going to drop 4 points of damage. And then we'll move on. For those of you who have not seen Animal Companion, it summons a random beast. There's 4 random beasts it can summon. If you, I don't remember all of them. I think it's Hunter. It's Huffer, Misha, Loek, and something else. It's in my Hearthstone 101 guide. You can also check it out on the Hearthstone forums. The card database has it. So yeah. Alright, so we're up to 3 mana now. We basically have a choice of either steady shotting or sniping. We don't really have a good trade here, so I think 4 points of damage to the rogue is the way to go with our minion. I kind of like snipe for board control, because he's going to trade probably here this next turn, and drop a decent sized minion. So let's get snipe on the board.
Job's done.
If Hearthstone is going to get more keys, I don't know. I don't know that we necessarily finished giving them all out. I think we have, I could be wrong, I think we have another contest going. Don't quote me on that. But yeah. Yeah, the boards are definitely getting spammed by all the people wanting beta keys. If you haven't noticed the traffic recently, the spam has been the traffic on the website has really gone up, I have to say. Alright, so we could play Demolisher here. He's gonna have to trade his Sinjin for it next turn. Or trade, yeah, it's the only thing that can kill it. Oh, not even a Sinjin would kill it, actually. 3, 2, he'd have to trade 2 for 1 minion, so kind of like Demolisher. Ancient Brewmaster doesn't get us anything. Multi-shot, we could get lucky and kill the Sinjin. I kind of would rather save multi-shot. You think multi-shot? I'm kind of thinking multi-shot for something bigger later on. But if we get lucky and kill Sinjin, we can really change the game. So, yeah, you know what? Let's Sinjin it. Nice. So we did kill Sinjin. So we did multi-shot, which killed Sinjin. And then, yeah, I could have traded here. That's true. That probably would have been a better play. But now we get to do 4 damage. So basically 2 options there. We could have traded with the Novice Engineer, which would have guaranteed a kill on Sinjin, and he would have, Huffer would have stayed alive. Probably, honestly, the better play had I thought about it a little bit more. But you know, we had a. All right, someone do the math for me. Sorry. The chances of us not hitting Sinjin there, let's see, with multi-shot, were 30%. That's got to be right. Oh, you're right. Sinjin has taunt, so we couldn't do that. Okay, I knew there's a reason why I didn't think about that. Sorry. Very true. Thank you guys for making me sound good. Perdition's Blade. So, interesting card there. He comboed it to deal 2 damage. It's a good play.
Well played.
So I think that was a good play by him. He's not going to have a Perdition Blade, but now we have a weapon as well. So we can start hitting for 5 a turn. We can get Demolisher into play, which will probably kill his Brewmaster if he doesn't take Demolisher out. Could get Oasis Snapjaw. That gives us a lot of board presence, and will let us trade at will pretty much. Yeah, I'm kind of tempted to go Demolisher into Steady Shot, because this is basically taunt for us. He's going to have to deal with it. So let's do that. So we'll end our turn. Yeah, he can definitely take it out with Brewmaster and Weapon, but if he does that, he is trading a minion and an attack for 1 card. He's also going to take 1 damage back if he attacks it, so, you know, we do 1 damage for sure. Yeah. So this is fine. I mean, you know, he used an attack and a card to kill one guy. So that's fine. Again, you've probably heard me say this before. You'll hear me in stream sometimes refer to a soft taunt. What I mean by that is the minion doesn't actually have taunt, but it's got some ability that they absolutely are going to have to deal with, and therefore I consider it a soft taunt. Alright, so let's see, what are our options here? So he's got 7 damage coming on the board. We don't really have anything to clear. We can clear with the arcane shot. That'll take us to 5. Yeah, I think the play here is arcane shot into eagle horn bow, and we can do 5 damage. 5 damage to the hero directly. Yeah, I think that's the play.
I hunt alone. Job done.
Yep. So, you know, we're losing board control a little bit, although we have 3 good minions left. I think one thing we're also seeing with this deck is we are lacking draw power. I think we had the opportunity to take tracking either once or twice. We probably should have taken it. You know, I think when you're looking at arena, let's talk a little bit about how to make a good arena deck. You kind of have to get your fundamentals in place. You're not really looking for the big sexy cards most of the time. You're really looking for a draw power, taunt, are really what you're looking for, and a good mix of minions and spells. Big combos are generally not going to happen unless you get really lucky. So we can get a taunt minion down, which is great. We can hit for 5 more damage. It's going to have to deal with, it's going to take 2 minions to deal with the Fin Creeper. So I think that is definitely the play. Now he could, if he's got any form of silence, he could silence the Fin Creeper's taunt away, in which case we can bounce it with the Brewmaster, and then, well, we can't recast at the same turn, but we could bounce it with the Brewmaster and cast maybe the Snapjaw, so I feel like we're in a pretty decent spot here. So, yeah, he could sap. Yeah, if he saps it, then, you know, he bounces it back to us. Not terrible, that's probably what he'll... Assassinate's also perfectly legit. So let's see, he's got 8, 9, he's got 13 points of damage on the board. So, you know, it's becoming a bit of a race, unfortunately, and it looks like it might be a race that we're going to lose. So we have no taunt left. We have nothing, no way to clear. He's got 13 points of damage. That's game. Unfortunately, that's game. And again, with this deck, I think we're, yeah, we don't have anything we can do here. Because we have no taunt, and we have nothing to clear. So he's going to win no matter what. I think we'll just, you know, throw some cards down for shits and giggles.
I'll put it on your tab.
Yeah, but that's game. This is arena. So, you know, we're going to end up finishing 1-3 with this deck. I can't say I'm entirely surprised given the nature of the deck. It's kind of funny. I don't know why he's actually dealing with our minions. He could just attack us and kill the game in the game. Maybe he doesn't realize that, or maybe he just wants to show off a little bit. You know, he better be careful here. If he doesn't just attack me and kill me, I can draw multi-shot or something next turn. There he goes. And maybe come back, so. That was a little unnecessary. Little bit of trolling there, but that's okay. So, you know, it is what it is. I think this deck came out about the way we expected it to. So I don't know that I don't know. I think it is what it is. I'll tell you honestly, if you look back, if you watch the video, which I'll post up of building this deck, we got some pretty crappy choices. We did have just bad choices. So, you know, that's what happens. That's the RNG nature of Arena. So, alright, so we finished 1-3. We have a level 1 key, so let's open it. It will be a pack of cards and some arcane dust and gold, and it probably will be like 10 arcane dust or 10 gold a pop, maybe even 5. So 5 arcane dust, 15, 5, 10. So I would actually, because we've opened so many packs, I actually don't need arcane dust very much, but we didn't have many low-cost cards. Actually, we had a lot of low-cost cards. Fuzzy, I don't know if you just saw the last game excuse me, the last game only, where we just got unlucky, I think, that we didn't draw them. If anything, our mana curve was actually low, I would say. So, guys, give me 1 second. I'm just gonna take a 30-second break. For those who've been watching the stream for a while, you will see that I now have an on a break screen. So I'm gonna go on break and mute the mic. Alright guys, so I'm back. So that was the first arena run of the night. I have an idea for what I want to do, and I'll tell you all that in 1 second. I just want to remind everyone to follow me on Twitter, check the information at the bottom of my profile page for lots of things that you can follow me on. I announce when I go live on Twitter. Please tell your friends about the stream. I'd love to get some more people in here. Honestly, it's not so much that I just want to have a lot of viewers, which is great. But the more attention I can get to the stream, the more likely I can get beta keys, the more likely we can get some interaction with Blizzard. But I would like to thank you guys. Because of the streaming that we had over the weekend, I was actually invited to play in a Hearthstone beta tournament. It is a streamer-only tournament, so it's all the streamers that play are going to play in a tournament. I don't know that I'm going to be able to do it. I'm actually going to be on vacation in New Orleans during the tournament. So I'm going to look at the date and how many games it might be. I think it's like a best of 3. I could probably play 4 or 5 games from my hotel room, but I really wouldn't be able to stream it, and I kind of don't see the point. So, but I do want to thank you guys because it would not have happened without you. So, assume you guys can hear me. I didn't unmute the mic. I didn't mute the mic, right? All right. So that's another announcement. But I think there will be more tournaments like that. So here's what I want to do. I think I really don't have time to do any more tonight, guys. I'm pretty tired still, and I need to cut up a bunch of videos. But it's great. We got 50 viewers tonight, which is awesome. This is a kind of a last-minute thing. I'm not going to open a pack. You know what? I'll open a pack. Why not? I'll open a pack real quick while we're talking. So here's my idea. I do want to start working on a constructed deck that we can play on the stream. Like everything else on the stream, we have an epic card. I would like to get you guys your involvement in the constructed deck. So I have a concept for a deck. I want to tell you about the concept, and then tomorrow night when we stream, we can talk about what's going to go into that card pack, into the cards. You can also email me your thoughts. So let's talk about these cards real quick. Doomsayer is not a bad card. It's basically a board clear unless they deal with it. At 2 mana, it's not bad. The rest of these we've seen quite a bit. Summoning Portal's pretty good. So let's talk about it. So I would like to make a constructed warrior deck. I think warriors are considered to be the weakest class. We tried them in Arena, and I can't remember, but I think we went 4-3, but we started out 4-1. Doomsayer and Frost Nova for cockatrice. Yeah, I think I might have done that a few times. So we had a warrior deck before. We went 4-1 originally with it. Then we had 2 rough games, but it did show me some promise, I think, in the warrior metagame. So here's what I want to do. I want to make a warrior deck. I want it to be focused on charge minions to get as much damage out as possible, with some board clear abilities. So maybe something like Brawl, other board clear things. We probably need some form of silence in it, and I think we probably want some Brewmasters in it to bounce our charge minions back. We'll probably want some taunt, but I want you guys to think about it. Think if what you would put in that kind of deck, and probably tomorrow night we will build that deck. I will have kind of a I'll kind of have a deck in mind already. I'll probably try to put some thought in it tomorrow. But yeah. So what do you guys think about that? Do you like the idea of doing a constructed deck and doing a warrior, or does that have absolutely no appeal to you? And what we can do with a constructed deck is we can start playing in some ranked matches and play against some other players. I will tell you, because of all the money that was donated and all the cards that we had, I think we will have quite an advantage against a lot of people that we play. So, yeah. So we'll see. So tomorrow night, guys, I think, let me think what time I'll probably be on. I would say I won't be on any earlier than 8 o'clock Eastern, which for those of you who aren't in easy time zones, that would be 21 hours from now. So 8 o'clock Eastern is probably the earliest I'll be on. If I'm on later than that, I'll post an update for sure. But I'd say 8 o'clock Eastern. I may be on a little bit before that, but we won't do the constructed deck until 8 o'clock. So get your thoughts about what you want to see in the Warrior constructed deck. Again, my concept is really going all-out aggression and early damage with some taunt and other things that might save us if we need it down the road, or at least stall the mid-game. But anyway, that's the concept. So think about what you'd have. If you have any thoughts, email me at darhoftwitch@yahoo.com. That's darhoftwitch@yahoo.com. And I will try to look at your emails tomorrow when I get home from work and have some thoughts and have a deck where I think would be pretty good, and we can talk through it. And then hopefully by 8:30 or so, we'll hit a constructed matchup. So that's pretty much it for the night. I will take just a few minutes if anybody has any questions about the game, if you'd like to see something in my I should say in our card collection, because so much of it is has been paid for by donations. But so yeah, we don't have a Grommash Hellscream yet. Yeah, if you do like the stream, please subscribe, follow. Good night, Bruiser. Thanks for coming in. For every minute you wait as wait. So what is that reward set for? Let's see. Okay, so the reward set. Yeah, we can talk about this. So the reward set, I was actually reading today. So this Golden Gelbin Mechatork, he actually comes from buying something in the arena. We will definitely, if we need to craft a card for the deck, we could. So Gelbin Mechatork, you get from buying something in the arena. I think the regular Gelbin Mechatork, I'm not sure what, you might get him from a quest. Old Murkeye, you get from having every Murloc. I think it's a quest reward. And there's a golden version of it you can get as well. Captain's Parrot, I believe, is from having every pirate in the game. If you actually, if you go to hearthstone.com, which is the website I'm affiliated with, there's a news post that lists all of the achievements, or at least they're working on one. So check that out. I think it's actually a news post on the front page right now. So yeah, let's take a look at that Hellscream real quick. Now you got me curious what he does. Charge and rage plus 6 to 10. Yeah, so he's the legendary warrior. Yeah, we might have to craft him tomorrow night. Any other questions, guys? Any other feedback on the stream, or anything that we can do better, or that I can do better? Otherwise, definitely check out YouTube and everything else. I'm getting ready to post up a bunch more videos tonight. I've cut through pretty much all the video except for the last, except for Sunday, which is still like 6 hours. So, thanks, Master. I appreciate it. Account info. If you mean my beta account info, the question is no. If you mean my PayPal account info, that would be darhoftwitch@yahoo.com. Otherwise, my other social media accounts can be found below in the Twitch profile. Let's see. Enrage adds per damage taken. No. Enrage is... So, Enrage triggers whenever your current health is lower than your max health. You'll hear... you'll see that referred to as damaged. If a minion is damaged. So that's what Enrage... If a minion gets healed back to full health, the Enrage actually goes away. It de-triggers. You'll see some cards that will say, like the Gurabashi Berserker, that they get +3 attack when they take damage. That's different than Enrage. That is a permanent effect on those mobs. So even if they get healed back to full, they will keep that attack buff. Yeah, the Berserker ability is great. I tell you where Berserker really pays off is in a mage deck, because you can ping the Berserker with your mage ability, which will enrage it, or it won't rage it, which will add attack to it. And then, you can do that a couple times if he's not getting killed. So, and if you have like a voodoo doctor or something that can heal him, it's even better. Any other questions about the game, or about the stream, or about me within reason? What is it when you buff it up over max health and it gets damaged after that? Not sure I understand the question. Do you have a Tyrion or a Leroy? Bronius, we do have a Leroy. There he is. We got him last night, I believe. And I don't think we have a Tyrion yet. Nope. And the reason Bronius is asking is because I hate those cards, because he killed me. Leroy killed us in a game, actually. A shaman did 20 points of damage in one turn. Yeah, I'm sorry, Boda. I am done for the night. It's pretty late here, and I'm pretty tired from this weekend. So, appreciate you checking it out, though. I'll be back on tomorrow night. Probably, like I said, no earlier, I think, than 8 o'clock Eastern. And we're going to do a Constructed Warrior deck at that time. So, let's see. Does a card get enraged when it gets damaged after you buff it over its normal max health? So yeah, so if you have a card that buffs a minion, it increases its max health, and it is considered its max health. So let's just take an example. If you have an enraged minion that's a 3/3, and you buff it to a 5/5, and it takes 1 point of damage, it will get enraged. Now, if it gets silenced, it will go back to a 3/3. It will not, that 1 point of damage will go away, and because it is then at full health, it will no longer enrage. The mechanics between silence and buffs are a little complex. If you silence a minion, it loses all of the buffs on it that are permanent buffs. However, if there's an aura buff, if there's a a raid leader. If there's a raid leader on the field and you silence a minion other than the raid leader's buff will still apply. You can silence the raid leader and everybody loses the buff. But if you silence a minion, it can still be buffed by an aura buff. Any other questions about the game, about the stream? Yeah, silence so silence removes all text effects on the minion. So yes, it would remove the enrage. Yeah, silence would remove the enrage. Yeah, you're absolutely right about that. Now, I don't think there's any minions that give an aura enrage. There's a minion that gives an aura charge. So just because you silence a minion with that buff, it would still have charge. But yeah, you're right. The silence would get rid of it. I mostly was giving that example so I could talk about how silence works with buffs. But for the example we gave with the enrage, you're right. It would remove it. Any other questions about the game, guys? I'll talk for a couple more minutes before I head out. Or thoughts about the stream or something you want to see. I will say... So I wonder if there's a way... It doesn't seem that there's a way. I could be wrong. But it doesn't look like you can actually just sort the golden cards that you have. Which is kind of weird. Oh, we got a golden kidnapper at some point. I think that was last night, actually. Yeah, Aura and Rage would be pretty overpowered. Some of the golden cards look pretty cool. Yeah, but see, if I turn my card... So, going down here, there's no my cards option. And if you go up here, you only have my cards or golden cards. So I don't know that you can do my golden cards. Thoughts on the stream? Keep up the good work. I appreciate it, guys. Yeah, usually you're going to want to silence the aura buffing minion first. I think if you read the Hearthstone 101 guide, I think that's what I say, is... So let's talk about the 101 guide real quick. I'm going to add in some things that I don't know if I'll call them pro tips, but little things we've learned in the game that are helpful, like if you have no other moves left, it says job's done. You know, the green border tells you if a minion can attack, those kinds of things. I'm also probably going to add in some cross links into other parts of the forums that have good information. If there's anything you think should be included in the guide, just let us know. Let's see, while we're talking real quick, let's see if we can find a cool... Let's see, probably here. Trying to find a cool animated gold card. We looked at some pretty cool ones last night. Eventually, all the gold cards are going to have animation. I think, well, there's the Golden Deathwing that we crafted. Pretty cool looking card. I like that it shows the artist as well. We also crafted the golden angry chicken. So okay, so if you read the Hearthstone post early, I think actually if you read the text of that Hearthstone post, that quest is not available in game. It's probably going to be a cross quest with World of Warcraft. So if you play Hearthstone and you get that daily quest and complete it, you will get the mount in World of Warcraft. I think it is speculation, as Bronia said, but I don't know. I can't imagine any other answer. Yeah, I would like to see a warrior deck. I think we actually saw the potential for a good warrior deck in the arena game that we played. I think people underestimate. I think someone even said this in the stream yesterday, that people are scared. Players are currently scared of really playing an aggro deck because they just don't trust the game mechanics enough. That's pretty cool looking. I think because of that, you know, most people now, it's really about taunt in the mid game. If you can get charge minions down early and do a lot of damage, and if you get silenced and silence out the taunt, I think you can pour on so much damage that by the time they get their defenses up, it's too late. So, yeah, no, and I can't really click on that in chat. If you email it to me at darhoftwitch@yahoo.com, I'll take a look at it tomorrow night before I come online. Yeah, I think you would need some card draw. And we definitely need to think about that, so keep that in mind, guys, when you're constructing the deck. Yeah, it's kind of like a swarm deck, but it's really based more on charge. I think, you know, we can get some card value in other ways. For example, if we put Brewmasters in and we bounce minions, that's basically like getting a free card. I think there's quite a few warrior abilities that have card draw with them. I think most of the direct damage things have card draw, so... yeah, Warsong Commander is definitely a way to go. I do think, so yeah, I think the mana curve, so you have to think about how you're going to play that deck. So yeah, in total stats wise, you're going to be having little weaker minions with taunt, with charge, because a lot of times they're like a 4-1 or a 3-1 or something. So we probably either want some taunt minions so that we can protect our charge minions, at least force them to use like direct damage spells. Or, you know, the way I sort of see this deck working is just destroying them, hitting them in the face over and over again. I think the AoE clear is true. Warriors don't have a ton of AoE clear. I think there's that Well, Brawl obviously is the best AoE clear. I haven't looked at the warrior cards that closely, but Brawl they would definitely have. I really like some of these golden cards. Brawl they would definitely have, and you know that's another form. It's not card draw per se, but it is card advantage, which is pretty much the same thing more or less. Not really, but it's related concepts. So you know you figure if they have 5 minions on the board and we have 0 because we have charged our minions or they've cleared them, you know, we throw down Brawl, they lose all their minions but 1, we just traded 1 card for 4 or 3. So, you know. Yeah, I could see mages in ranked because of AoE clear. Plus, most of mage AoE clear are basic cards, whereas a lot of the other AoE clear are either rare or epics. Rare or epics. So like I think for warlocks, Twisting Nether's an epic. I think Hellfire's a basic card. But yeah, a lot of them are at least rare. So I can understand where people. You want to take a look at Paladin gold cards? That's got to be Bronius. I didn't even have to look to see who that was. Let's see. We're not gonna look at Sword of Justice, Bronius, because I don't like that card. Argent Protector, you can see, got some animation going on here. True Silver Champion, wow, that looks pretty cool. We can't really tell because it's blued out, but... Lay on Hands, I think this is some of the best artwork in the game. That golden card, Lay on Hands, looks pretty awesome. Well, here's the thing about... let's see, is that Egan's? Yeah, Egan's. With our warrior deck, honestly, if we get to the late game, we are probably losing. So. Well, I'll tell you what, Mastor. So Bronius can back me up on this, and then if any of you have played Cockatrice, I imagine right now I could very easily see how mages are would be strong when you're basically playing with basic cards. But I will tell you, in Cockatrice, which in Cockatrice you have all the cards available to you. So you have every epic, every legendary, you can make whatever deck you want. Mages were one of the weakest classes. I think most people would agree that warriors were the weakest, and mages might have been second. There was the occasional good mage deck, but I'll tell you, the mage decks that I saw that did well were not really mage decks. They were basically, they leveraged a lot of the really good neutral minions, and they did things like token generation with Knife Juggler and things like that, and they basically used mage just a little bit for AoE clear. So it's kind of hard to call them a true mage deck. So I think mages will be strong right now. I think as the game develops, you can't do that. So this is interesting. So what does it say here? Huh. So check this out. Soulbound, basic cards cannot be disenchanted or crafted. So I think you have to earn all the basic cards by leveling up. So I don't think you can get these except by leveling up. Did y'all notice that? I think you have to level up to get them. Yeah, you're right, Bronius. I think the other mage decks that did pretty good in Cockatrice were what they call enrage decks, where the mage would use their ability just to ping people. So I don't know that I have. Let me see where our heroes are at this point. Where do I see that? Oh, that's not working either. Is it under quest log? Ah, it is under quest log. Alright, no, I'm not doing any more arenas tonight, guys. I don't have enough time. It's 11:30 almost my time, so. Okay, Bronius. Gotcha. I don't think it takes that long. In fact, I think, I mean, look, so I think we've played 2 arena series of Warlock. We've played 2 with Rogue. They're both at 10. So based on that, my guess is it probably takes you... Let's see, with the Rogue, we went pretty well. With the Warlock, we went pretty well. I'm guessing 15 to 20 games. If you're winning 50% of the time, we'll probably level you to level 10. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Hi, Prince. How's it going? I'm not sure what the class level cap is. My guess is it might be like 100. Because if you get golden cards every 10 levels, I can see that going pretty high up. Yeah, I think this quest does go away, unfortunately. I don't like to do that. I wish we had completed it, but I don't have time to make another arena deck and play another hunter game. I just don't. So, sorry guys. I wasn't going to stream at all tonight. I was just going to work on videos, but I wanted to hop on for at least a couple hours and do something with you guys. I know, we only need one more win. I need sleep. Well, to go on play mode, we have to make a deck, Bronius, and there's no guarantee that we would win. Especially if we just throw down, like, a bunch of suggested cards. So, I'm not going to do it tonight, guys. Sorry. Like I said, I wasn't going to come on at all tonight, and I just decided to because I wanted to do something for you guys. So, all right. Well, I think I'm just going to about wrap it up. Any other quick questions I can answer next minute or so? Otherwise, I'll be back on tomorrow night. Maybe, like I said, no earlier than 8 p.m. Eastern. At least I won't do the constructed deck earlier than 8 p.m. Eastern. I might come on a little bit earlier to, you know, do something else. If I get really motivated, maybe I'll get on about 6 o'clock and do an arena, but I don't think that'll happen. I still have a lot of video cutting to do. So, all right, guys, I appreciate it. Y'all have a good night. Again, all of my information is in the profile below on the Twitch channel. Please check me out. Follow me, Twitter, YouTube, do all that fun stuff. And thanks, guys. I appreciate it.